Hello YouTube, it's Larry with Flying Owl Comics. We're back here for the second episode really, of Freedom Train, 1948, badly water damaged. What we're going to do today is carefully separate the pages. I'm going to go straight here to the center fold. This book is quite brittle, as you can guess from the water damage. So I have moved my camera platform, so hopefully you will not see the top of my head like we did in the last videos. So let's go ahead and carefully remove these. These staples are badly water damaged. They may need to be replaced. For certain, they will need to be to have the rust removed. So we will electrolysis. We're going to use electrolysis to treat these. See if we can get these are pressed in there really tight. I did take a look at them before I sat down. So we'll see if we can get these staples loose, and then I'm going to go ahead and we will preserve the staples as they came out in their correct orientation. This is very important because we want same staples, same holes. Okay, this bottom staple is looking pretty good. It's not disintegrating, which is was my primary concern. The center wrap, I'm actually quite pleased to see that it is intact. Get in here with our handy staple removal tool from our friends at Immaculate Comics. If you haven't been to the site, that is a wealth of information, and Rick Morgan is very friendly. He will gladly help you out. As we all do in the comic book community, we want to be able to share our knowledge that we've done and our mistakes. That's one thing I respect Rick for, and I do the same thing. If I make a mistake, I'm going to do it on camera, and I will own it. Okay, this first staple is loose and folded up. Let's take this out here. Push this through carefully. The cover is partially detached, as was expected. Okay, this staple is, well, frankly, it's nasty. Let me hold this up to the camera so we can focus on it. And as you can see, there's a lot of rust on it, so this will definitely take a soaking. If you're not familiar with electrolysis, you can look it up. We use a soda ash bath, and we run electricity through the staples, and it will basically, you're deplating the staple, the iron oxide from the staple. So I'm going to set this staple off here to the side, and we'll go ahead and work on the top staple. This one looks a little bit easier to lift, but it also looks, I take that back. This one looks like we may have some paper damage here. In fact, there you have it. The center wrap is not even attached. So I'm going to fold this one over until we can actually find the staple. There it is. Ooh, this one is nasty. It looks like, yeah. Let me give you a close-up of this. So as you can see, this one is badly damaged. There's a lot of rust here. So we're going to take and be very careful about removing this one. Okay. Just need to get an edge underneath this one. There we go. What we don't want is for these staples to snap off, because that is a guaranteed staple replacement at that point. And hopefully we can get these staples to stay in one piece. Yeah, there's a lot of black paper coming up right now. So, all right, well, there it goes. The staple just popped up, and as I say, I own my mistakes. That one just pulled the staple all the way up through all of the wraps. But this one also is in very bad shape. We'll set that one off to the side as well. There's no scraps in here that are worth saving, so we're going to go ahead and slide those off the wraps, and we are going to take these wraps apart one at a time and take a look. These are pretty horrible to look at. As you can see, the paper's just rotted all the way through in that upper staple hole. That's where most of the moisture is concentrated. So each one of these wraps, once we get it cleaned up, we're going to use calcium hydroxide solution with some Triton X, a little bit of hydrogen peroxide mixed in with the batch, and that should clean everything up quite nicely, I hope. Now, each one of these wraps, especially, well, actually, not especially, each one of these wraps at the staple hole will have to be repaired. We will use the Tengoji paper, and we will conserve this book and reinforce that spine. Looks like just this upper staple. The bottom staple holes are looking pretty good. So the paper is not disintegrating at the touch like the previous book that we did, the Men's Adventure 25. So we're working our way through here. It's starting to get worse and worse, unfortunately. So as you can see around the staple holes, it's quite dark, quite black. Iron oxide and paper do not make good bedfellows. So there may be a bit of a challenge getting all of the blackness off. I will be consulting with my friend Paul at Liberty Hill Comics, and I will pick his brain as I come across things that I can't fix. All right, here's that inside cover, and I'll move this close to the camera so you can see it. This is just horrible. There's a little bit of signs of mold I noticed as I went through the book. The cover is completely detached. The staple holes are gone. We'll reinforce this from the inside once it's cleaned and the water stains are removed. Again, Tengoji paper. This will be a conservation, just in case I wasn't clear with that before. All right, my friends, I will see you at the next episode.